Welcome back to the tournament preview show. Our boys' top performances of the season. Let's go back to opening night. Reese McDonald of York, 33 points in a win at Yarmouth. Out of the Mountain Valley Conference, Jack Fontaine of Maranacook, 35 in a win over Lisbon. How about Colin Schlobaum? What a year he had, the sophomore, carrying Levitt to the postseason, a 28-point night against Cape. And then the man, Davis man, 41 against Westbrook. Wyatt Benoit, a scoring machine against Portland, put up 30 in a win over the Bulldogs. So many great players these days. Hard to whittle the list down to 10, but here are the Maine Association of Basketball Coaches semifinalists for Mr. Basketball. The 10 semifinalists: Leo McNabb of Cheverus High School, Ding Maywin of Edward Little High School, Theo Powell from Kennebunk High School, Gabe Lash out of Madomic Valley, Jameer Rose from Noble, Manny Hidalgo, South Portland High School, Emmett Byther, Old Town High School, Chase Bessie, Spruce Mountain, Brady Dixon, Wyndham, and Wyatt Benoit, Thornton Academy. All right, in AA boys, Wyndham is the defending champ. What a run they had last year, knocking off rival Gorham in the state final. They hit a bump in the road towards the back half of the season this year, but they're back and healthy. Can anyone dethrone the Eagles? In the north, Ding Maywin gives Edward Little a force on both ends of the floor, who can lead the Eddies to an upset. Portland battled inconsistency, but has the parts to put a run together. Benilson Lumani's emergence in the paint gives the Dogs a size advantage. Wyndham, the defending champs, are talented and deep. A.J. Moody, Brady Dixon, Colin Janvrin, and Tyree James gives them 4 go-to players at the end of games. Cheverus can win in so many ways. They have the parts to win in half-court, transition, low scoring or high scoring. Leo McNabb gives them an elite finisher at the end of games. In the South, Scarborough's dynamic duo of Adam Fitzgerald and Carter Blanche can fill it up. Deering is as talented as anyone and has a win over Cheverus on its resume to prove it. Evan Lagasse can light it up any night. Sanford struggled down the stretch, but Brady Adams leads a team that did beat Thornton. South Portland caught fire at midseason. They'll try to turn it back on in the postseason. Manny Hidalgo is an elite two-way player. Thornton shook off an opening night loss to win 16 of 17 to end the year. Wyatt Benoit is the general, but he has a strong supporting cast around him. Well, Michael, every year we say it, AA is a roll of the dice. This year we really mean it. We really mean it. It is a roll of the dice. Starting in the north, Wyndham is the defending champ, but Cheverus gets the 1 seed at the end of the year. The first time that Cheverus has been a 1 seed since 2011, so the Stags look like they are back.
Right, and 2011 is also the last time Cheverus played in a championship game of any kind, be it a regional or a state title. They are hungry to get back. They've been playing terrific basketball down the stretch. You know, Leo McNabb's a special player. Great to see him be a semifinalist for Mr. Maine basketball. Very well deserved. But really what's, I think, taken Cheverus to the next level here of late is the emergence of Jamison Fitzpatrick. That's Matty Fitzpatrick's little brother, not so little really, but he's become a force in the post. It's not just, and as a result, Cheverus doesn't have to rely on outside shots. So they can beat in a lot of different ways, but Wyndham, they were special. They had that incredible season last year. They're playing for a bigger cause this year. They're still going to be really tough to dethrone, but I think Cheverus has the pieces in place to perhaps do it. Never rule out Portland. Joe Russo coach team, he's 1 win away from 500. He'd love to get 500, 501, and 502 and go on a little bit of a run here. But some great teams, Oxford Hills, Edward Little, Lewiston, they're really all capable of beating anyone on a given night. Yeah,
Lewiston just this past week, took Cheverus to a point. Right. Oxford Hills had beat Wyndham early in the year. Braden Murch has been a real fantastic player to watch, and you've got some of those teams at the bottom of the bracket with some real star power. Ding Maywin is seriously live entertainment, man. He is the kind of guy you pay a ticket price to see because he certainly can get it done on both ends of the floor and one of the fun players in this tournament to watch. Now in the South, Thornton Academy opens with a loss at Sanford, I think it was at Sanford, and then just catches fire.
Right, and this is a team that last year just could not buy a victory. They were 5-13 in the regular season. We knew they were way better than that, and then they knock off South Portland, the two-time defending champs, in the quarterfinals. Seems like these two teams always find each other. It's usually in the regional final round. That would happen this year if they get through. But there's going to be some tough obstacles here. That Scarborough-Deering quarterfinal, I think whoever comes out of that is going to be very dangerous. Scarborough can shoot as well as anyone when they're on. We saw that at the Civic Center last year in the semis. And this Deering team, if they could just put 32 solid minutes together, they could beat anyone in the state. And you can't overlook Sanford either. So it's a great field. I think it's going to be a great tournament. We might get the top 2 seeds, but I wouldn't be shocked if someone else crashes that party.
Eagle there, with the double bigs.
Good point,
they got 2 guys going 6'8". You never know what that can do in a tournament game, depending on how it's officiated. And I'm with you. Deering's got talent from end to end. If they can put it together, they can beat anybody. That's a tough place to be, is dealing with them. Wyndham, going back to the Eagles, almost seemed like after that championship last year, obviously a lot going on in the community, but they've kind of been trying to find their footing where they want to be. Right. And Chad Polkinen's one of the best coaches around. Have a feeling like they are going to spend this week here that they've had off, putting the pieces back together and getting back into Eagle basketball, and they are going to be tough to knock out because they can put a bunch of guys on the floor that can beat you in the end. And who do you guard, right? Who do you try and take away?
Right.
Hard to take away all of them, when you're looking at something like that. So, and also, this is probably the last time we're going to see a double-A with a field like this with classification goes the way that we think it's going to happen. You're going to have a much bigger double-A, and you'll have a team like Bangor that's 1-17 won't get in because we'll have a different look.
Which is I think that we're due for some changes in the double-A level, and hopefully the quarterfinals will find a big venue as well, and not have these games on campus. And it'd be nice to see the biggest class get back to the biggest venues for all its rounds, and hopefully that's the end result of all this.
All right, now we talked about Mr. and Miss Basketball a little bit. We're able to reveal the names. Any surprises there? Formalities. What are your thoughts, Michael? Got to hear what you have to say.
Well, certainly on the girls' side, Ella Pelletier has had such a special career. She's already won 1 gold ball. She'd love to win a second and then double that up with the Miss Maine basketball. It's a great field. A lot of great players mentioned there. On the boys' side, another terrific field there. I would have loved to have seen Davis Mann from Falmouth, but you really can't quibble with the names that are on there. And so the big mystery is, can Jameer Rose pull off that double-double that I alluded to earlier? We've never had a Fitzpatrick Trophy winner in football and a Mr. Maine basketball winner in the same year. He's certainly capable of pulling that off. I think he wants to win a gold ball even more, but this is a special athlete, and we're running out of opportunities to watch him play. So I'd say soak it in that Class A South tournament.
And that Noble team, fun to watch with the pace that they play and the way they get up and down. Yeah. And you alluded to it. You can't have an unlimited list, but Sarah Terrio of Marshwood has had a pretty remarkable career too. She's not on there, and she's led a team to a 16-2 record, and they certainly have a great chance at getting into a state championship game the way that they have played this year, and obviously looking forward to that. The tournament is just magical. What are the things that you look for most? They look forward to this, for the most part.
Well, it's really the crown jewel on the sports schedule over the year, and it's a chance to see a lot of people you don't see the rest of the year. Everyone descends upon the expo in the Augusta Civic Center and up in Bangor from communities far and wide, and it's just something that's gone on for decades and decades, and it's just special for so many reasons. And that's before we even get to the action on the floor. And in a lot of cases, we get these memorable games, buzzer beaters, just memories of a lifetime. And every year it's something new, right? And we think we know what's going to happen as we're going in, and we're going to be very surprised here, probably in the matter of just a few days.
And you never know. Love seeing the stars emerge over those 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us on the Hoops 8 Tournament Preview Show. Watch us Hoops 8, 11 o'clock.